We've all heard of infamous cults like the Manson family or Heaven's Gate, ones that posed a risk to themselves and the general public. But what about cults that were somewhat harmless, and even outright stupid? Starting off, we have the Pana Wave Laboratory. Pana Wave was a cult started in Japan in 1977 by a woman named Yuko Chino. In the mid-1980s, the group built a laboratory in Fukui Prefecture, warning of electromagnetic waves that would destroy the Earth. They began dressing in all-white clothing, even covering their all-white cars, believing that communists were sending out even more waves to try and kill their leader. Growing paranoid, they began camping in different regions of Japan in search of safety from these waves, never staying for more than a few months, and always covered everything in white. When their leader, Chino, got ill with cancer, they took her to the mountains in an attempt to save her from further damage from these supposed waves. They believed if she died, the entirety of mankind would perish in a day. They set a doomsday for May 15, 2003, when the Earth would supposedly flip over due to an undiscovered 10th planet. For some reason, the members believed that to prevent this catastrophe, they had to kidnap a seal. Tama-chan had become a national celebrity, and the members believed that they had to return him to the Arctic to save humanity. They even built 2 swimming pools, lined in white of course, to house it until they could fly it to the Arctic. Naturally, this didn't work, and their plan was unsuccessful. When the alleged doomsday came and nothing happened, the group simply laid low and disappeared from the public. Next is the Cosmic People of Light Powers. No, I did not make that name up. That is actually what it's called. It was founded in the 1990s by former Army officer Ivo A. Benda, who began appearing on TV in the early 2000s, which prompted many psychiatrists to say he was mentally ill. He claimed he had come in direct contact with extraterrestrial beings in the 1970s, specifically Ashtar Sharon. Now Ashtar has apparently been channeled by quite a few people, even before Benda claimed to, the earliest case being in 1952. Ashtar also apparently has a fleet of 10 million spaceships that orbit the Earth, and will come down any day now to whisk away his followers into another dimension. Originally, the teachings of this cult were that there'd be a cosmic catastrophe that would require people to migrate to another planet. But they later changed their efforts to start defending the Earth, instead of just moving. Followers of this movement are distrustful of modern technology, and believe we're all at risk of getting chipped. Oh yeah, they also believe in evil lizard people, because of course they do. These evil lizard people use their dark energy to control 95% of everyone's bodies. Yes, even yours. But that's now kind of got me questioning what the remaining uncontrolled 5% is. They have a pretty neat website, though, very Y2K. Just wouldn't recommend it to anyone with epilepsy. Speaking of aliens, in the 1970s, a man named Claude Vorillon, who then changed his name to Rael, formed a cult based on his own sighting of an alien. He claimed that in 1973, he met an alien from a species he called the Elohim. This alien told him to come back the next day and bring with him a Bible. Over the span of 6 days, the Eloha explained to him the true meaning of its contents. The alien then proceeded to take Rael to their home planet, where he was presented with 6 hot robot alien women that he'd have to make a baby with. He proceeded to then watch alien women make a clone of him. He describes this alien race as hyper-feminine, semi-immortal, and polyamorous. A major practice within this religion is sensual meditation, which is basically a guided meditation in which you have to visualize a giant universe and then proceed to have a cosmic orgasm. They're also big on cloning humans, claiming that it's the first step to immortality. In 2002, they came out and said they had successfully cloned a baby named Eve somewhere outside the US, and that both the mother and the kid were healthy. Obviously, no proof was shown towards the baby actually being a legit clone. Also, their symbol used to be the Star of David, with a swastika stuck onto the middle. So, that's that. Probably the most bizarre cult that I've come across, though, is the Pastafarianism movement. It was started when an open letter, written by Bobby Henderson, the founder of this movement, was made in protest of teaching intelligent design in Kansas public schools. Intelligent design is basically an argument for the existence of God. In the letter, Henderson demanded that flying spaghetti monsterism should also be taught in science classrooms, and given just as much time as evolution and intelligent design. Once this became public, it quickly garnered attention online. On the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster website, Henderson explains that the universe was created by a drunk flying spaghetti monster. Within these teachings, heaven is described as having a beer volcano and a stripper factory. Hell is much the same, except the beer is stale and the strippers have STDs. Global warming is also attributed to a decline in the number of pirates, who were apparently the original Pastafarians. Pirates are also heavily respected in this religion. They are regarded as absolute divine beings, and any negative ideas about pirates that exist today are the works of Christian theologians in the Middle Ages. In August of 2005, Boing, a forum website, announced a prize of $1 million to any individual who could provide evidence that Jesus isn't the son of the flying spaghetti monster. Now, to be completely fair, this isn't an actual New Age religion. It is complete satire and was made in protest of intelligent design being taught in schools. But I thought it was funny enough to include. Plus, it got a lot of mainstream attention. Actual Pastafarianism beliefs are just to treat religion in a more laid-back and non-political way.